Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders of the world, a memorial of love. Isn't it just a sight to behold? But hidden behind this beauty isn't just a story of love, but also a story of motherhood. Mumtaz Mahal, for whom the Taj Mahal was built, died giving birth to her 14th child. Isn't it terribly sad to know that almost 400 years later, women still die out of pregnancy and childbirth complications? Well, not just in India, but also in Nigeria, where I come from. So, Nigeria is Africa's largest country in terms of population. And despite being one of Africa's richest countries, still suffers high rate of maternal death. According to the World Health Organization, Nigeria remains one of the 10 most dangerous countries for any woman to give birth in. At the end of work today, 167 women in Nigeria will die as a result of pregnancy and childbirth complications. This is somebody's sister, somebody's daughter, somebody's wife, and somebody's mother. The shocking truth about all these deaths is that most of them are preventable. I know this firsthand. As I watched my sister, who was 8 months pregnant, laying in the hospital bed and complaining to nurses of a headache which they took so casually. It was shortly after her 3rd complaint she decided to go to the bathroom that she had a seizure. She had eclampsia. So eclampsia is a hypertensive disorder, often triggered by pregnancy, and it remains one of the leading causes of all maternal deaths in Nigeria and across the world. Other complications that account for 80% of all maternal deaths are severe bleeding, infections, and unsafe abortion. So, back to my sister's story. There wasn't any professional health personnel in the hospital to attend to her, so we had to be transferred to a national hospital. She was in the emergency ward for over 9 hours before medical help reached her. By the time help came, everything that needed to go wrong had gone wrong, as there was a total renal shutdown in her body. On the 17th of December 2012, she eventually died of a heart attack. She was 28 years old. See, for every woman that dies as a result of pregnancy or childbirth complications, 20 to 30 more women will suffer long-term or short-term disabilities, which includes paralysis. For a very long time, I was depressed, and I was angry at the poor health system that so badly let my sister down. But more than this, I needed answers. I needed answers to several pressing questions which I had. Questions like, would my sister still be alive if she had prompt medical help? Would things have been different if we knew, or if she knew that the condition she was in was life-threatening, and if she had demanded for proper help? Well, these questions and so much more led me to seek for answers from doctors, from relatives, from friends, and even from strangers. I just needed answers. Finally, my answers came. Yes, my sister will still be alive. I found out that there was a big disconnect between what she knew, what we, her family members, knew, and the health services she received. These findings stirred up a drive in me. A drive so strong that has overshadowed the loss I have suffered, to see that women in Nigeria do not die needlessly of pregnancy or childbirth complications. I'll achieve this through my project, Maisha, Save a Mother's Life. Maisha is a Swahili word that means life. Mothers bring life, and it is our responsibility to ensure that they are protected. Maisha targets women of reproductive age, 13 to 45 years, to create awareness on safe motherhood. So simply put, safe motherhood means ensuring that all women receive the help and care they need to remain safe and healthy during pregnancy and after childbirth. We create awareness in two ways. First, through school campaigns, by establishing reproductive health clubs so that young girls and young boys can get information and answers to questions on their sexuality and on their reproductive health. Two, we create awareness through empowerment and self-sustaining programs for women, programs such as our Maisha Health Cafe, where women are trained on reproductive health, on safe motherhood. They're trained on how to eat, through our Maisha kitchen, on how to eat well and how to stay healthy. And then our mentorship classes, where older women teach younger women on reproductive health, on maternal health, through life experiences. So Nigeria is a very big country. I'll be starting my project from Abuja, its country capital. It's also the place where my sister died. I'll be flagging up with a school campaign called Future Moms to train 600 children of ages 13 to 19 years in 20 different schools on reproductive health, even on maternal health issues, using a curriculum I developed with the help of experts. I believe it's never too early to train children on reproductive health, even on maternal health issues, as these children, one way or the other, have experienced maternal death through the death of a close relative, a family friend, or even a neighbor, but they've never been taught about it. For example, I remember the first time I ever saw my father cry. I was just about 4 years old. He had just received news that his niece had died. She was expecting a baby. A few years down the line, when I got to high school, news came that a close friend of ours' mom had died during childbirth. I never knew what maternal death was all about or what safe motherhood was all about till I lost my sister and I was a graduate. I'm not the only one in this, as I've carried out a little research in my community, and the story is the same. Young women do not know what maternal death or what maternal health is all about. Can we bridge this gap between what young women know about their reproductive health and the health services they receive? Can the next generation of future mothers in Nigeria look back and say that maternal death is a thing of the past? Yes, we can. We can bridge this gap. For research has shown us that when a woman gets empowered, she becomes responsible for the health choices she makes. This includes her reproductive and her maternal health. The consequences of maternal death goes beyond the death of the mother. It affects families. As a result, many children, like my little nephew, Daniel, will grow up without the love of their mothers. Not only this, maternal death slows down economic growth and development. I foresee a Nigeria where women remain healthy during childbirth and during pregnancy and after childbirth to nurture their babies. I believe we all can be contributors in this global movement of safe motherhood. Thank you very much.